Kaye.
This week, New South Wales politics provided yet another lesson about who sets the agenda for this government. It might be a minority voice, but it is very loud and devastatingly effective. A vicious front-page News Limited attack on the values and mission of public education saw the Daily Telegraph on Wednesday shaming Burwood Girls High School for organising a screening of the documentary Gayby Baby to celebrate the annual Wear It Purple Day. Wear It Purple Day is a nationwide opportunity to show support for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, intersex and queer young people. It is a celebration of diversity and an integral component of the work schools do to minimise at least one source of bullying. The film tells a story of children growing up with parents who are of the same sex. By Wednesday afternoon, New South Wales Education Minister Adrian Piccoli had issued a memo to every public school principal restricting any showing of Gayby Baby to times when it would, quote, not impact on the delivery of planned lessons, end quote. The Baird government was once again responding to a screech piece in the News Limited journal. On display was not just a Premier's symbiotic relationship with the Daily Telegraph, built on mutually beneficial daily news drops and positive coverage. This is a relationship that was famously consummated in a News Limited advertisement filmed on a Sydney train's carriage. This was also a government running scared from any threat of the public hysteria that only a good fear campaign can whip up. The government's response is laden with multiple layers of hypocrisy and double standards. A cross-party, community-wide consensus has asked New South Wales public schools to commit significant resources to reducing bullying. Staff and students at every school have taken up that challenge using innovative and creative ideas to eliminate the discrimination that is unfortunately still prevalent. A brainstorming process of staff and students at Burwood Girls High School came up with the idea of showing the Gayby Baby film. The message sent to schools like Burwood is that promoting inclusivity is acceptable but only within limits. As Premier Mike Baird put it, this is tolerance with parameters. It appears that at least one of those parameters is that the noisy, bigoted minority cannot be unduly offended and that the Telegraph cannot be stirred into action. Gayby Baby is not a political work, nor does it promote a lifestyle. It is an educational tool to promote acceptance and inclusivity. It is not part of a debate where there is validity on the other side, unless, of course, bigotry and discrimination against people because of the gender of their parents has become socially acceptable. It was the view of the teachers, students and leaders at Burwood Girls High School that homophobic bullying should be addressed by showing this film. If there is any substance to the Minister for Education Adrian Piccoli's public school autonomy rhetoric, the matter should have been left to the school to determine. Despite declaring that local schools' local decisions is, quote, an education reform that gives New South Wales public schools more authority to make local decisions about how to best meet the needs of their students, the Minister and his Premier seem to be thinking autonomy is limited to matters that don't antagonise vocal churchmen or the Daily Telegraph. However, the biggest double standard is that the banishment of this film from curriculum hours while continuing to allow sectarian scripture classes to eat away up to one period a week of core school time. While a film about families is banished from school hours, all students continue to face the choice between thumb twiddling and exposure to a church proselytiser. Less than a week before the Gayby Baby film was banished in New South Wales, the Victorian government announced it would replace scripture lessons in public schools with new content on world history, cultures, faiths and ethics, and compulsory classes addressing domestic violence and respectful relationships. The Premier and the Leader of the Opposition, Luke Foley, fell over each other in the rush to reiterate their commitment to scripture classes. Not only will scripture continue to take up suddenly very valuable class time in this state's public schools, but the red carpet will continue to be rolled out to the providers of these classes. Under new departmental guidelines overseen by the Premier's office directly, if parents do not identify a religion on the child's enrolment form or the nominated religious persuasion is not available at the school, principals are required to hassle the parents into nominating a religion that is available at the school. Ethics classes are not even to be mentioned in this communication, even in schools where they are running. If it wasn't clear who was running the show, after the Gayby Baby furore, it certainly is now. Public education values of diversity, inclusivity and equal opportunity are being seriously undermined in this state.
Hear, hear. Thank you.